What's up, you guys? I know what I want to talk about in this video, but I haven't really planned anything out, so let's just see what comes out. This might ruffle some feathers, and I might be called a pick-me, but bitch, if my truth makes me a pick-me, then I'm a pick-me. Which my point to this video is, cancel culture has turned some of y'all into fucking sheeps. Like, I get it, cancel culture is fucking brutal. People online think that they have the right to do and say whatever they want because they sit behind a screen and like act like they're holier than thou, and like they don't have any faults and they haven't done anything wrong, and it's so fun and exciting to have an enemy to hate on, to see someone get taken down their pedestal. You know, like people love the canceled moment. And bitch, I get it. I've been there. And it's brutal. I think people do take it too far, even though sometimes, you know, the things that people get canceled for are so valid. Sometimes people really do take it too far. The things that they say, nobody's perfect. But it's just gotten to a point where you see this in multiple ways, where people are so scared to make any kind of comment, even if it's not problematic, if it says the word black or Asians or Mexicans. Like, if it touches on anything that has like a race, people think anything like LGBTQ, you know, the fear of like saying the wrong thing. And you know that remember that clip of when Jimmy Fallon called RuPaul a drag queen or something? I forget the scene. And RuPaul reacted like, what? And you could see on Jimmy Fallon's face that he was genuinely like, fuck. Like, he was like genuinely scared. that's what I mean. Like, I think people are so scared to make the wrong move, so scared to say the wrong thing, that everyone is turning into a sheep. And we see this a lot now in Hollywood. Like, listen, before anybody takes this wrong, I am not, and you know me, if you know me, I am not the type of bitch that's sitting here like, mermaids aren't black, and like, you know, like getting upset that like Disney princesses aren't in their original white race. But for instance, I just watched the movie Snow White with Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, and the movie fucking sucked, dude. It sucked. I was literally sitting there with my friend. We didn't look up anything. We were just like, oh, Snow White is out, you wanna go watch it? And the movie theater was empty, but also they just sucked. The acting was horrible. The story was horrible. They changed everything about it, and you could tell that it was just overly PC'd. Like, do I give a shit because it's someone that's of color? No. But when you have the director saying, oh, we didn't want to use people that have dwarfism, is that what it's called? I feel like little people is like more offensive, but I don't know. I hear different things, but I didn't want to use real people for the Seven Dwarfs because I didn't want it to get controversial, so they turned it into CGI, which made the movie suck even more. And then you had actors who have been fighting for, you know, their space in Hollywood, who got upset about that because they're like, oh, you guys are trying to make this really PC movie by turning Snow White brown. Then for the Seven Dwarfs, you use CGI, further narrating this idea that people with dwarfism aren't real. And then I don't know if you saw this meme where they're like, they even turned this bird black. It just cracked me up. And listen, I don't want anybody watching this thinking that I'm saying, oh, she should have been white. No, it's not that she should have been white. My point is, when Hollywood and all these people are so scared of cancel culture that they're turning everything overly PC, they're making things forced and nothing is genuine, it's fucking obvious and it ruins it. Because like, let's say like for Little Mermaid, she genuinely got that role because her voice is amazing and she was just amazing. She played the role so perfectly, right? She deserved that role. So yeah, make Little Mermaid black. Who gives a fuck? She deserved it. But when you're doing these things on purpose because you want to be progressive or you want to be PC, you're scared of what people are gonna say, have a backbone, you know? That's what I mean. And it's not even just in Hollywood. People just go gung-ho, jumping on this bandwagon, following these things that we see on TikTok. You're supposed to be this type of girlfriend, this type of boyfriend, and this, and this is how things should be. This is what a healthy relationship should look like. The amount of times that you should be dating before you get married, before it's a problem, like da-da-da-da-da. Because for some reason, we think that TikTok is Bible. It's really not. It's just people that have a lot of fucking opinions. It's the new Facebook. It's the new Facebook for the Gen X, you know? When you see these things where like what a true friend is supposed to be like, what someone's supposed to have your back is supposed to be like, there are so many double standards when you see these things, because it's like, oh, I'm always going to stand for the truth. I'm always going to stand for honesty. And then you see another one where it's like, oh, it's my friend. All of a sudden it's a blind eye. All of a sudden, what do you need? I have your back and I'm going to be lying for you. And then on the comments, people are like, that's a true friend. Like, they got your back. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm not a girl's girl. I'm a person's person, okay? I'm always going to stand by the fact that I am going to stand up for what I think is right and for what I think is fair. Let me say this loud and clear. A yes man is not your friend. A friend that just agrees with everything that you do, says yes to everything that you do, doesn't doesn't call you out when you need to be called out, doesn't tell you when you're wrong, they're just kissing your ass. The way that I'm gonna judge the situation is with my morals and my opinions and my truth. And I'm gonna stand up for that. And whatever I lose because of that, whatever toes I step on because of that, it's not really my problem. If we all just sit in this fear of, I don't want to stand up for what I feel is right, I don't really want to speak up for my opinion because I don't want to ruffle feathers, I'm scared of adversity, I'm scared of getting canceled, whatever, we're never, one, individuality is dead, and two, we're never gonna truly get to have a place where we can have honest opinions and conversations about shit and come to resolutions when resolutions need to be had, learn lessons when lessons need to be learned. Am I saying that everything you believe, everything you think is right? No, you could be wrong about something, but until people are feeling okay enough and have a backbone and have a safe space to maybe make their opinion that might be wrong, no one's gonna fucking learn shit. You get what I mean? People are just so intolerant nowadays, right? And I understand. It's like with all the information we have online, with how much we've seen, how much we've been going through the last few years, just within our generation. How can you still say something so stupid? How can you still say something so dense and like so naive and so ignorant? Like, I understand where the anger is coming from. I understand. Let me tell you something. Even though you might feel like you're an expert on something, there are some things that you are a complete fool about that other people may know so much more about and might look at you like you're an idiot too. And we can, we're human, we can put a judgment on someone and really take offense on something that someone does or says. At the end of the day, no one is better than anybody. Be yourself. Stand up for your morals. Be the type of friend that you think that you would want for yourself, that you should be. Not because someone on TikTok tells you that this is what you're supposed to do, that this is how you're supposed to be, that you need to be so perfect, this and that. At the end of the day, dude, let's be so fucking real. If everybody's skeletons got put out on stage, everything that has come out of their mouth, every thought that they've had, everything that they've said, every mistake that they've done, we would all be fucking canceled. So it's a matter of being able to own it. I think a person that is worth giving a chance to or listening to is capable of admitting that they were wrong or wants to progress in their thoughts or opinions or what they learn. Or maybe they just have their own opinions and that's their own opinions. And maybe they stand against the crowd and that's also okay. And I'm not talking about like right or wrong. Like there are some things where, yeah, morally, I think, there's some things where I'm like, how can you not agree with this? I don't know. Just rambling. And bitch, I've fallen victim to it. You don't want to ruffle feathers. No one likes to have adversity, but I'm actively working on having a backbone to speak up for what I feel is right. And maybe I might be wrong. If I learn that one day, yeah, I was wrong on that, I'll own it and learn from it and grow from it. And that's life, like we all come from different upbringings. You know what you have been surrounded by, what you've been born into, and like what you've been taught. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think.